as I said earlier, this is a Committee for National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration established under Standing Order 2181 of the Senate Standing Orders. There was a motion by the Senate Majority and Minority Leader on the current state of the nation that was brought before the Senate on Wednesday, 24th July 2024. And the Senate resolved that the Standing Committee of National Cohesion, which is this one, should seek information on a number of issues from different sources. And we had a meeting as a committee on 18th August 2024. And in that meeting, we agreed and discussed on the issue of calling 47 governors before this committee. And the issue raised was 6, which is in my folder. Some questions asked. And you are here today to answer those questions. And the documents you gave us have gone through it. And there is the issue of Agbo I'm not seeing here. And that's why I asked the lady to tell her, to give us her name. And can you refer us to the documents where the question was asked about Agbo and your response? This is on question number
Chair, before we get to there, the documents before us today,
yes.
I believe they're from Nyamira County, but these documents have not been signed, so I don't know whether the governor is going to table them before this committee before they are signed.
Yes, I thank you very much for that, Governor. The documents we have, I'm just looking at it, you are right, the Senator is right. It doesn't say where it comes from because it doesn't have any forwarding letter and your signature is not there. Documents that we have here, I think the County Secretary should have advised you on how to deliver documents to the Senate. So these are the 2 issues we have. Any other member with any other issue? So the question,
Chair, just to emphasize on that, the reason why I've asked for that, Your Excellency, it's very important that the document you're going to submit is a document you know. Just in case there's something inside here which has been put, you own the document so that there's anything which has been put which is not yours does not rub you in the negative.
So before you, 2 issues that we've raised, and I want to ask members, do we continue interrogating these documents as it is? If you can I ask the Senator was just walked in.
Honorable Chair.
Okay.
Vice Chair.
Sorry, Honorable Singo. Honorable Chair, I think it would be prudent for us maybe just to allow the governor to take us through. Then we see if there are some issues that we need to raise, because I see the document somehow is not incomplete. We can either request him to get us another document, or we just allow him to carry.
Senator Siengo.
Yeah, Chair, I wanted to indicate that the document is not complete. So much is missing.
Okay, so Senator Lumane. Going through the documents, I can allow you to go through it.
I have finished.
Okay.
And I think that short of
Agbo
is missing.
Yes.
So I think it's good to discuss the other part. And then that's the specific part the governor will advise what they will do.
I think we had similar problems, members, with the governor of Marsabit, my governor. The Agbo part was not there. We asked them to, well, I don't know if the rook is here. We asked them to send us the Agbo report, but they didn't even bring it today. So it is like you ask somebody to bring some documents, they don't. So we will ask, yeah, you are going to say something?
Yeah, I think, Chair, that will also enable us to maybe rank that particular county based on the documents that has presented to this committee, because the documents that they are giving us is the one that is going to inform us on how best they are delivering their service and they are doing their work. So just allow them to just present them.
And Governor, if you look at these documents, do we have documents from Omogeni and the others? You have it here. Chair, you can bring a copy so that.
Chair, you know, can I say something?
Yes, please.
You know, because I'm also I'm a resident of Nyamira. And maybe what you should do next time is you should give clear. I don't know whether it's dependent from one governor to the other. Because where I see it, normally what I see is when governors appear, they bring a document that is signed by the governor. And I don't want to micromanage the way you do your business. Then you allow them to, you know, tender the document,
Yeah.
okay? So that they take ownership of that document. Because, you know, we are operating like a court of law. So I'll persuade you that you give proper guidance to the government so that, you know, these preliminary issues, they also cause problems to us as residents of Nyamira.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good that you provide good guidance on how your committee operates in terms of protocol.
I think all the committees, you know, you are aware, all the committees work under the same guidelines. And let me ask, allow the governor to respond. He was saying something.
Chair, I think this day I was away, and there is a second paper. There is a forwarding letter signed by the Council Secretary.
Page?
The second paper on the folder. And Nyaribo report is on next week.
First question.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and the committee. Like you rightly said in the introduction, we had 6 issues on the letter that we received. And we'll go straight to page 2. Page 1 basically is introduction. On page 2, issue number 1 was the demographic composition of all the employees of the county government of Nyamira in terms of gender, persons with disability, age and ethnicity. Honorable Chair, the county government of Nyamira has 4,384 employees. 44% of them are males and 55.5 are females. And around 51 of them, there is about 1% is from the persons with disability. This information is displayed further in Annex 1, that is Table 1 to Table 4 of the report.
Yeah, maybe before we continue, it was prudent for the His Excellency the Governor to submit the report to you, Chair, then we can proceed.
Yes. Before you allow the county secretary to speak, there's procedure in our committees that you need to submit the documents first. And I want to give you an example. I always give example. Look at this document, Governor. Look at this document, one county secretary. And look at the documents you gave us. I mean, are you sending this document? Are you giving this document to the Senate? Or you're giving it to which organization? Look at this. I want these people to say, look at the difference. One county secretary. Really? Are you serious with this document? Look at these papers. Why don't we allow you to go back to Nyamira, give us a very good document, and then come and present a good document for Nyamira? Because what we are going to have is we are going to have the best 10 governors, counties, and the worst 10 counties. We are going to indicate, and we don't want to give Nyamira the worst 10. That's what we are going to do. Because if you look at this and these documents, and I know you've done a lot for Nyamira, but Kwanza, let me say congratulations. You survived your. I think, on behalf of my committee also. Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Chairman and the Honorable Governor. Honorable Chair had gone to page 2, and like you rightly said in your opening remarks, we had 6 issues to consider. And the first issue was on the demographic composition of our county public service. And Chair, we wish to respond that we have 4,384 employees, 44 and a half of them are males, and 55 and a half are females, and about 1% are persons with disability. We have displayed this information on Annex 1, Tables 1 to Table 4. The second issue was the demographic composition.
Yes, slowly, we want to look at the annexes first. Annex 1 to Annex
1, Table 1 to Table 4. That is on page.
Okay.
Are you there? Yes.
Yes.
So on Annex 1, we have done a table there displaying the composition of our workforce. And on the next page, we have a table there displaying, that is on Table 2, we have persons with disability as a portion of our public service. On Table 3, we have the composition of our workforce by age. On Table 4, we have the composition by ethnicity. On the second issue, Chair, we have the demographic composition of our county executive committee and the county chief officers by gender, persons with disability, age, and ethnicity. Honorable Chair, the county executive consists of 10 county executive committee members, and 30% of them are females and 70% are males. The chief officers, we have 13.
Which annex? You go to which annex?
Still Annex 1, Table 5 to Table 8.
Annex 1.
Yes, Table 5 to Table 8 of Annex 1.
Okay.
So if you look at Table 5,
yes,
on page 5 of that Annex 1,
correct.
We have
page 5 or page 10?
Page 5 of Annex 1.
Oh, yes, 5. Yes, correct.
Yes, we have a table there displaying the composition of our county executive committee. 7 are males and 3 are females. The chief officers, we have 13. 31% of them are females and 69% are males. In terms of disability, on Table 6, in the county executive committee, we have no person with disability, but we have 1 chief officer with disability. On Table 7, we have the composition by way of age. 36 to 55, we have 6 CC members and 11 county chief officers, and 56 and above, we have 4 CC members and 2 chief officers. On Table 8, by ethnicity, In the County Executive Committee, the dominant community, we have 100% for the CC members, 92% for chief officers, and one chief officer from minority. On number 3, any recruitment conducted in the last 3 years, Honorable Chair, the County Public Service Board conducted recruitments to fill vacant positions in various departments and cadres in the last 3 years in accordance with the standards and values and principles set out in Articles 10, 27(4), 56C, 232(1) of the Constitution. And the criteria is based on the prescribed qualifications in relevant adverts, the experience of the officers required, and the details of this information is on Annex 2, Honorable Chair, that has a tabulation of the criteria, summary of the criteria used in the recruitment, and the designation officers recruited in 2021, 2022, 22, 23, and 23, 24 on Annex number 2. Issue number 4, Honorable Chair, is the status of compliance with Section 53(6) of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposals Act, Cap 4, 12C, that provides that all procurement and asset disposal shall reserve a minimum of 30% of the budgetary allocations for enterprises owned by women, youth, persons with disabilities, and other disadvantaged groups. The county government of Nyamira, in compliance with this section, provides preference and reservations for contracts to the special groups that are mentioned in the report, and we have attached an annex that is a report, statutory report we send to National Treasury every 6 months. It's Annex 3 as part of the statutory requirements by Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015. That is Annex number 3 that has the submission status of this report to National Treasury, and there's a table there tabulating the allocations of preferences and reservation for all the contracts for procurement. Issue number 5, Honorable Chair, is the affirmative action measures being implemented by the county in the promotion of women, youth, and persons living with disabilities in recruitment and leadership. The county government of Nyamira, in terms of affirmative action measures taken on these special groups, number 1, we are working with an asset institution where we have signed an MOU. The agency is called Practical Action, that is jointly implementing innovative trainings, coaching, and mentorship programs in agribusiness aimed at developing capacity of youths in commercialization of agriculture. And so far, we are targeting about 10,000 youths in this program. This is meant to build capacity of youth and to enable them also to make money out of farming. The annex of the MOU is Annex 4. Number 2, the county government of Nyamira has enacted a Nyamira County People with Disabilities Act 2023 that mainstreams issues of persons with disability in the county. The regulations have just been approved by the county assembly, and this act, Honorable Chair, provides for appointment of a board that is going to deal with all the issues of disability, including capacity building and making sure that their needs are taken care of by the county government. We have annexed Annex 5, which is a sample of the act, and the treasury warrant indicating the budget we have allocated for this financial year. Number 3, the county government of Nyamira, in terms of youth, we have constructed an ICT hub in Nyamira for purposes of training youth to access online job opportunities and technology-based innovations. And this hub, we have just completed the construction. We are now doing equipping and will be opened in October 2024. We have annexed the pictures of the hub. Nyamira County has also, in realization that most of the youths and persons with special needs have difficulty in accessing credit facilities enabled to them do business, we have enacted a Trade Development Revolving Fund 2023 that will support small businesses, and this will provide affordable credit to micro, small and medium enterprises owned by preferred groups. And you have touched this Annex 6. We have allocated a seed capital for this revolving fund this financial year. We have attached a treasury warrant to that effect. And this will ensure that there is financial inclusivity for all these groups. There are also deliberate efforts by the county to ensure inclusivity for women, youth, and persons
How
with
much money
disability.
did you set aside?
Let me just check quickly.
Okay, you can proceed. Can ask you this further.
Thank you, Chair. There are deliberate efforts by the county to ensure inclusivity for women, youths, and persons with disability in leadership. For instance, 30% of our county executive committee and the same percent for chief officers have been reserved for the females. There's that information in table 5. And chief officer among the group with disability has also been appointed. At the level of directors, 23% of our positions for directors are currently held by females, displayed in table 6, with critical dockets including internal audit, procurement, accounting services, and ICT, among others, headed by females. It's also important to mention that one of the important dockets, a facilitated document with the county, that is Department of Finance, the chief officer is also female. We commit to continue with initiatives to address inclusion of women, youth, and persons with disability in the county government public service. The final issue was on any audits or assessments undertaken in the last 3 years to ascertain the level of inclusivity in the recruitment process. Honorable Chair, there was an assessment done in 2023, and the report that was published by the Commission on Integration, which is annexed. And we have annexed the extract of the same. This report indicates that we unfortunately have not achieved the required threshold for diversity, as currently about 95.7 or about 95% of our staff are from the dominant community, but we are making efforts to ensure compliance with the same.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much. Observations, kindly proceed. I was just wondering, I asked you a question, is how much did you put aside for the youth revolving fund or the revolving fund? And what is it called?
It's called Nyamira County Trade Development Revolving Fund.
Nyamira County?
Trade Development Revolving Fund. It's an annex number 6. Honorable Chair confirmed the figure allocated for the same shortly.
Number 6.
Yes,
You go to annex number 6.
but I'll confirm shortly the figure that is allocated for the same this financial year.
Okay, while we are looking at that one, I want the governor to note questions from members, and then we can get that answer later on.
Yeah, Chair.
Yes, Vice Chair.
Yeah, Chair, allow me to welcome the governor and the team, and just want to request him to note down the questions, Honorable Chair. That number 1, I would like to know the staff establishment for Nyamira County, that is the proposed, and whether they have approved HR manual. Number 2 is that on the same list, Honorable Chair, I would want to know On the first page, where he's talking about the democratic composition, is giving us the percentage for the people living with disability at 1.2. But when you check the actuals, it's coming to around 1.16. I would want to ask the governor to give us the programs that has been implemented to improve the percentage of the PWDs to at least 5%. That is the requisite of the act, of the constitution. I also want to applaud the governor in terms of gender composition, which is giving us the number of females at 2,435 and the males at 1,945. I think it's a good progress. And on the issue of the composition by age, Chair, can I know from the age range of 55 and above, how many are over 60? Yeah? That is on the age composition. Maybe Chair allow others to ask, and then I'll still come up again.
Yes. You can note down the questions. Okay. Let me ask.
Yes, maybe writing on the same about wage bill. Your Excellency, I would like to know what is your wage bill compared to development, and if you've reached the ceiling or surpassed the ceiling of 35%. Would also, on your recruitment, if I can take you, I wanted to know the grant total. Okay, you've given different cadres, the number of people you've recruited. So if you could get information of the grant total, if you also get the information of the gender of the people recruited, and age, and people living with disability.
Okay. Next question, Senator Betsia.
Thank you, Chair. Allow me to refer to page 4, table 4. I'm seeing one dominant community at 95%, other communities at 5%. Who are the other communities? They are not indicated, they are just called other communities.
Yes, that's why we are saying the documents is shallow. We needed those communities are from where, so that we can easily know they come from which part of this country. We cannot answer them now, we can answer together.
Number 2, Chair, on page, which page is this? It's not even paged, but under Annex 2, the table that is giving summary of candidates recruited in financial year 2021-2022. I would ask His Excellency, are you compliant with the section 65(1) Part E of the County Governments Act? And if so, can you furnish this committee with the long list, short listed, and the positions that were filled of the advertised details of those who were appointed also?
Okay, thank you. Senator Minority Leader.
Mine would be a very small question. I can say on small percentages, or 5%. My question would be, what are the reasons for not complying with the constitutional requirement? 70% you can have it there, but 30% only can go to other communities all over the country. Are you happy that you have 95% on your own, and yet maybe some of your people are in other counties, even Kilifi, they're there, and yet there's no a single person? I'm not asking for Kilifi per se, but I'm saying other people from other communities. so that we can create this nation to be very cohesive with one another. We are too tribal, and we want to get rid of this. We don't have to wait for Gen Z to come and tell us this. Can we start with our own? What are the reasons why you could not comply with the constitutional requirement?
Okay. I want to put a rider on what Minorita said. Of the 95%, I know a place like Marsabit, where I come from, we have many other sub-clans, sub-tribes. Can you also give us the 95% come from which sub-clan or sub-tribe of the Kisis? Because I know definitely each ward you must be having different clans or tribes. If you look at now Garissa, Somalis, if you say Somalis, there are Ogaden, Ajuran, so many. And then if the governor comes from Ajuran, then he employs Ajuran only, but you can call them Somali. So can you give us a breakdown on the composition also, as you are answering as minority leader?
Chairman, we can answer according to what cases are homogeneous. We don't recruit according to clans. Since most of these questions are HR related and recruitment, I request the employer, who is the chairman of Public Service Board, to address most of them.
So, Chairman, Public Service Board.
Thank you, Chairman, and my name is Dr. Peter Kereri. I'm the Chairman of the County Public Service Board. I will attempt those questions that I have answered, and then the rest can be responded by others. Number one, the county as a staff establishment that is approved, I saw a copy here, so if it has not been supplied, we can table a copy. The county as an approved HR manual, I'm not sure whether we carried a copy, but we have an electronic copy. If need be, we can also supply that.
Chair, through you. You know, this is a committee of it's called National Cohesion and Equal Opportunities. You were before us last week on Thursday. You didn't have your secretary to the board. You are here again today. The secretary of the board is not there. Is there any problem that we need to know?
Wait, that is one of the questions I wanted to ask.
Because you know you were before us labor on Thursday. I think Justice Mazai is a member of that committee. The secretary was not there. Again, you are here today. She is not here. Is there a problem?
Chairman, thank you for the question. I was invited to this committee by His Excellency the Governor, so I cannot answer why she's not there.
Maybe Governor can tell us.
I think, Governor, you can tell us what is going on. Or
is
she those people who...
The chairman, they knew the questions which were asked, and as the head of the board, he should have known whom to come with.
That is a good response. By the way, the board.
Governor.
Yeah, it's the board.
That response looks like a nomadic community response. Direct.
Your Excellency.
Okay. Yes, you are supposed
Chairman,
to. Yes.
In my view, since I was invited, I think I'm able to answer all questions pertaining to the board.
No, you know, Governor has told you you are independent. Okay? Yes. Who is your CEO? Who is the CEO? You know, you are a chair of the board. Like I'm a commissioner of a clerk. You normally see communication comes to you through the clerk. So where is the secretary? That's what I wanted to know.
The secretary is in the office.
And I think to emphasize on the same, all the questions as you started to answer, you are telling us that the documents have not been supplied, the documents will be forwarded. So I don't know how we are going to interrogate whatever you are telling us. And that is the importance of having the person who is supposed to be the custodian of the documents here with you today.
Chairman,
allow me to be on record.
Yeah, sorry, Senator.
My name is Senator Mwanda.
that I am on fire. But no, Chair, I don't like the way the governor and his chair board they are changing before the committee.
You want to assist them?
No, I want to make it very categorical. Chair, we invited the governor. The letter was addressed to the governor, Nyamira County, and not the chair board. So I don't know why, Governor, you are running away from your responsibilities. It is you supposed to put your house in order. We never addressed the letter to the chairman of the public service for the county. The letter was purely addressed to the governor Nyamira.
Yes, but they are also independent institutions.
So you are supposed to take that responsibility. You cannot run away from being the CEO of Nyamira because this entity is under you.
We sent them the questions.
Yes.
They should have prepared themselves because they are semi-autonomous.
It is you who is supposed
to. It's a corporate body.
It's
a corporate body.
Okay, Governor, but my message is at work.
Also, I think you proceed, please.
Thank you, Chairman. So the staff establishment, we have a copy. The approved HR manual is a big document. We have an electronic copy.
Copy of the staff establishment. Is it in this?
It's not in the document, Chair.
Yeah.
With your permission, Chair, allow me to table it.
Thank you very much.
Approve?
Yes.
I, Governor Amos Nyaribo of Nyamira County, wants to table an approved organizational structure and the staffing of the Nyamira County government.
Thank you very much, Governor. Thanks.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you, Excellency. On the people living with disability,
you go to staff establishment. How many do you have? How many were you expecting to employ? And you have, I think, 4,384. So establishment says how many?
The staff establishment says 4,606. I think they are broken down by department.
Okay.
Yes. 606.
What is the current?
The current is 4,300, and the number is in the figure here. I can 400. Create for 4,384.
What's the difference between the current and the proposed?
That's 4,606. I can only subtract quickly.
It's okay. It's okay.
So on the people living with disability, Chairman, we are at 1.16, and the member of the committee pointed that we have said 1.2 is because of maybe rounding off to 1 decimal place. To move to the required 5%, we realize that we are not compliant. So what we are doing as a board, we are working on the policy to streamline it in the public service. We have a policy which we are adopting from the Public Service North Diversity in Workplace, a document that has been prepared by Public Service Commission. We are in the process of domesticating, so that with the recruitments will now comply to make sure that we build the percentage to the required numbers. On the composition by age, I'm sorry, I don't have, maybe the County Secretary can say how many are over 60, but as far as we are concerned as a board, we don't recruit anyone over 60, except when there are those governors appointees. But the public service, we don't have anyone, according to my information, we don't have anyone.
Chair, this is disgusting. Because the way it is listed, 55 and above. Above can be even 1,000.
So that's why he was saying the county secretary can answer that question.
So Chair, now that the county secretary is missing, so who is supposed to?
The county secretary is here. The person who is not here is the CEO of the county public service board.
Who is supposed to answer those
Yeah, but the chair.
The CEO is supposed to answer.
Chair, our staff here is misleading the house. The public service is supposed to employ from 18 to 60.
Yes.
He's talking about 55 and above. The governor can appoint from 60 and above. Can you give us a number from 55 to 60?
We don't have any who is over 55.
Chairman, thank you, Governor. Chairman, I say the specific numbers the County Secretary can respond.
Sorry, you know that statement, I don't know who is saying the correct. Governor says we don't have anybody above 55.
No.
The report that you have tendered here says you are 289, so which is which?
I think the governor...
Governor says you don't have
me.
anybody above 55.
Let me help the governor, Yoko. Because, you know,
He meant he doesn't recruit
Excuse
over
me, excuse me.
55.
Can you finish first?
Chairman, what I
You
was
finish
saying-
what you are...
Yes, I was
finish
saying,
your
we don't
part
have
of...
anyone in the public service.
Oh, we've understood that one. Go to the next question now.
Over 55?
No, we are going to ask the council.
No, Chair.
Yes.
He's the one to give us the numbers from 55 to 60. From 60 and above is going to be responded by the governor. So are you telling us that we don't have anybody within 50, 55 and 60?
What I said, Chairman, is that we have members of the public service who are between 18 and 60. The number that you are asking between 55 and 60, as I finish, the second secretary will give, because he's the one who deals with them day to day. As we recruit, they will be able to give you the numbers between 55 and 60.
Can you tell us what is the retirement age in this country?
60.
So are you using the same retirement age in
Yes.
Nyamira County?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what is the number between 55 and 60?
We will
Do you have a number or no?
I have said, Chairman, that the county secretary will give you the number because I don't have it myself.
We have the figures, Mr. Chairman, we have the figures, but there are cases of people with disability who retire at 65. So there are some
Yes.
exceptions.
Chair, Your Excellency, you are okay. Where we have a problem is here. He is referring us to the county secretary. The public service are supposed to answer us on the number of staff that we have between the age of 55 and 60. Whether you've employed or whether it was from the defunct councils, we need to know the number. We know where the governor can tell us from 60 and above, where we have the people living with disabilities, we have the the specialists and what have you. So can you tell us, just confirm whether you have some staff there or you don't?
55 and 60 from the report.
The problem is we don't have a CEO here. That is the reason. Yeah, no, CEO.
Yeah, the page 3 of 10, if you want to look at Annex 1, between 55 and above is 289. Page 3 of 10, Annex 1.
Chair, I think that is what these members are asking, that you tabulate it. Between 56, who are people living with disability? Is there anybody who is above 60 and what are they doing? I think that is what we are looking for. These two are, from these 289,
Yes.
tabulated.
Okay. I can get that information when I finish answering. I'll ask someone to send me the numbers.
Fine.
On the, I have answered on people living with disability. On diversity, I've also answered that we are working on the policy. On people living with disability, Chairman, we're also working on mainstreaming people living with disability in public service, a document that we are almost completing. But in the past, we have recruited people living with disabilities, though not to the required numbers. On the numbers recruited, total, I'll give shortly because we have broken them into years, so I will add and give you in a short while. Then on the recruitment of 2021-2022, we have those reports, but unfortunately we don't have the long list, the short list, and the positions, but we have them which can be supplied within a short time because we have everything in the office, only that we did not carry them here.
Chair, he is running away from the question. I asked, they have 95% from the dominant community. What answers do you have to explain why you do not have people from other communities? And you have not explained.
Chairman, I said we have not complied, and I was going to enlist the reasons. So one of the...
Chair, this is not the mistake of the governor. I think the governor is being let down by this officer, particularly on the recruitment of the employees. Do you have proper substantive answers you can give us as to why you have not been able to comply. That is why we are asking you.
Yes, that is, Chairman, that's what I was answering. We have not complied. We accept that we have not complied. This is because, one, the most applicants who apply for these positions are from within the county. Number two, we have...
But Chair, these things are being advertised for all Kenyans to apply. You have a senior counsel there.
Yes.
Who knows the law. What you need to do, if you need any staff, you should ask for legal advice. And you're told, you apply.
You have a judge.
Yes, here you are. You advertise those positions. Kenyans apply. We are talking about Kenyans here. We are not talking about kisses. We are talking about Kenyans. Kenyans apply for these jobs. Why don't you call them for interview? You don't call them for interview, and that's why you cannot explain the reasons why.
Let me recognize the presence of Kamau. Senator Kamau, please kindly go on record.
I don't know why Senator is laughing. Yeah. But nevertheless, Chair, my name is Joseph Githuku Kamau, Senator for Lamu County, a member of this committee. Apologies for coming late, Chair. You know I come from Lamu.
Great people. Okay, Chair, yes, Chairman, can I help you? So that we all don't get embarrassed as Nyamira. This thing you're being asked is very simple. Provide with the advert. Give us what you call a long list. The long list will show you the people who applied. Okay? Tell us the number of people outside Nyamira who applied. Then give us a short list. You say, I tried my level best to short list these people from whatever. Okay? Now my recruitment was based on merit. These are the people who had the qualifications or minimum. You know, that's why you are being told. If you look at what Mutula Kilonzo brought here, it has all those details. Chairman, if you do that, we will not be told to go and seek. You don't need to seek advice from me. Nyamira has intelligent people. You just do a nice report. You know, if you go to ethnic composition, just do a list of all your staff, 4,000 plus, and have a table. Say this is Kisii, this is Kikuyu, this is Embu. When you come here, you have everything. But you know, when you bring a shallow document like this, it will not. You will get so many. You will be bombarded with questions, and you look bad before the committee. So just go and do a proper document. It's very simple. You can get a template that will guide you what you need to do. My sister Paris, when you are being asked about AGPO, just do a list of companies that are doing business with the county. Say from all these 100, I don't know how many there are. These 30 are companies owned by women. These are the directors. So we have complied. On the youth, you say these are the companies that are doing business with that. Out of these ones are owned by youth, and these are the directors. That way you don't embarrass us. But now you come with a paper that has nothing. You get, I mean, you leave the committee with no question, but to tell you that you are not prepared. Chairman tells you your document is shallow. What is the problem? Why can't you sit down and prepare a nice document? You put everything in order. Then when you come here, you say, yeah, it's everything. You know, that's where the problem is.
Chairman,
yes,
I've seen somewhere a list of the 5%. It can be afraid in a short time. But I request you give the chairman 7 days, because the records are there. He's not going to create records to supply the Senate.
Let us just, Governor, I plead with you. Put your house in order. You know, you don't need to come here and say, give me another 7 days. Just sit down with your team. The letter here is very comprehensive. He's telling you provide democratic composition of employees of Nyamira, gender, person with disability, age, and ethnicity. You list it. You go to the idea of women and youth, you put it down. Because if you come every time to the committee and you say, chairman needs 7 days, we look bad. Just put your house in order. Madam Paris. Okay. Let
Put yours in order.
let him
Because
close.
what we have now, Chair, you'll continue asking questions because the document that you have here will not respond to all these issues. But if Governor, you, with humility, you accepted and said, I'll put my team down, we'll list all these things you're asking, then you bring a good document, you carry the Bible, you table, and there will be no question, we have a discussion.
Chair, maybe just to emphasize, as I support what your senator has said, the document you are looking or we are working on and we are interrogating is a matter of national interest. The reason why we are here is because people feel that they're not being represented. We are not seeing the face of Kenya in Nyamira as in many other counties. We are meeting all the 47 governors. We've done over 30. We are going now to about 35. And what we are looking for is actually a matter of public interest. So it is important that the documents we are asking for, or whatever the senator is saying, put your house in order, bring your documents, let us tell the nation this is how Nyamira is. If you are doing well and good. If you are doing badly, then let the nation know that Nyamira is a county where we cannot get the face of Kenya, or they are not following what the Constitution of Kenya says. And it will be easier for all of us, because now it looks like we are arguing with you. We are not arguing with you. We are trying to get information. So give us the information which we are asking for.
Thank you very much, Senator Montet. Senator Kamau, do you want to say something?
Yeah. Yes, Chair. I wanted to do an inquiry from the governor, and kindly let him.
If you're asking questions, let them answer first the first questions, and then we can come back to you.
Okay.
Okay. Chairman.
Chairman.
Yes.
I think procurement has all the details. She can take us through.
No, let us exhaust the chair first, and then we can go to our direct procurement.
I take the advice. I will compile all those, and we are well advised. I was giving that another reason that most of the counties have issues with ethnicity or the composition of ethnic representations is that as boards we have many requests. We employ people from outside, they get into the job. After 1 year, they are requesting to go back to their counties. That could be one of the reasons we have lost a number of employees.
Maybe on the same chair, you should be able to tell us the number of employees that have to have from that county.
You can tell even evidence, no problem. Okay,
Yes,
proceed.
We can give evidence later on. Then finally,
don't complicate your life.
Don't help him. Watch it to engage. Let him continue.
And the last thing is, Chairman, we have a list of the people we have shortlisted from outside Nyamira. We can provide that information and how many have attended and how many we have appointed, though we have not reached the threshold. I think those are on the clans and sub-clans Nyamira, we have, I think, a composition of the recruitment in terms of wards.
So even words, if you can provide words, that is
Do
fine.
you have that list of
He's going to
recruitment
provide.
awards? You can provide.
We can.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So, any further question?
Thank you, Chair.
No, let me. Kamau is gone. Okay. Okay, proceed, Senator Bell.
What explanation?
Did you? Sorry. Proceed.
Chair, am I the one on the floor?
Yes, please. Okay. Senator Beth Siembo.
On the affirmative action measures, that should be on page 9. I'm seeing women in leadership, 36 years and above, at 23. The percentage is 22.33. So the expectation is 30%. What reasons do you have not to have given women equal opportunity?
Okay. Next question to Vice Chair.
Yeah, mine is just on section Article 54 of the Constitution and Section 35 of the County Government Act prohibits the approval of the CCs by the County Assembly by the County Assembly which has not considered the minorities, the people living with disabilities, and can I know whether we have persons with disabilities with the appointees that the governor has done for the CCs? I'm seeing there is only one member from other communities. I want to know whether this is a person living with disability or, yeah, and whether they are and whether the list went through the assembly.
Okay, thank you. Governor?
That's a minority.
So we don't have person with disability?
In the cabinet,
among
we
the
don't
appointed,
have
CCs.
CCs, no. We have only chief officers.
And the list went through the assembly?
Yes.
What was the advice?
Otherwise, it's overall. Actually, there is that target we have of 2028. It's a work in progress.
Your Excellency, these are your appointees.
Second time, right?
And these are your appointees.
Actually, I'm on my first time, but the smaller term I served had 4 women and 6 men. So it's only that we look at the qualifications also and the experience relevant to deliver.
But do you know, Your Excellency, with the issue of the person living with disability, you can vote from anywhere. It's not a pass that we must be coming from the Kisi County, from Nyamira.
That's fine. But I've been advertising for CCMs, for ministers, for the purpose of making people apply so that we can have a wider range to choose from. But I've not found a competent person who is disabled to be a minister. I could have appointed.
Through the chair, are you confirming to this committee that you had from the list the people living with disability and that they were not compliant?
We did not have.
You are talking about Nyamira Trade Development Fund. Money set aside. You are supposed to tell us. Do you have it now?
Yes, Honorable Chair, the seed capital we have put is 15 million this financial year. 15 million only this financial year. However, we, in terms of administration of this fund, we are currently negotiating one of the local banks for counter funding so that we have more people accessing the facility. Whatever we are putting in is a guarantee from the county government. Then now we'll have more funds available to the rest of the applicants.
Okay. Chair, I was just wondering whether that fund is running as a revolving fund or...
It is a revolving fund.
Have you encountered any other issues, maybe repayment, and how are you addressing that?
We're just starting. We passed the Act in 2023, and we're implementing this financial year. That's when we have allocated a budget. However, we have learned from other counties the challenges in terms of repayments, and that's why we are partnering with a local financial institution to help us with administration of this fund. We are putting in a seed fund, and they are going to provide the rest of the money so that we have a wider reach for this service.
Okay.
Maybe, Chair, if I may go astray, what is the population of Nyamira?
The last census, we were 605,000. Yeah, 605,000, yeah.
Okay.
So, although practically it could be more than 700.
Yeah, but if I can
People
compare
don't
the
count
population
all kids.
vis-a-vis the allocation that you've given of 15 million now, what can that do to maybe the youth?
You know, this is just our seed fund. Like I said, we are in making arrangements with one of the local financial institutions so that we have more funds available for the applicants. So for sure, there will be much more money available.
Chair, through the chair, you've told us that it has been passed by the county assembly. Please, can you provide a copy of that?
Yes, we have the copy of the act.
It is already, the act is there.
Which page?
On the report, annex number 6.
Let me refer through you, Governor. What if I wanted some answers? You can allocate someone to answer this question. It is on Agbo. Yes, please. You have given an explanation on people with disabilities. Why we don't have a CC or a chief officer. Now, what about the youth, which is really zero? There is no youth who can serve in those two positions in the entire of Nyamira.
Through Chair, we employed a youth as a minister by the name Mr. Ombati, who was in charge of health, Dr. Ombati. But his performance did not satisfy me, so I sacked him.
So did you replace him with a young man?
I didn't get one immediately.
Are you looking for one now?
No.
But you said
it's no vacancy. I'm filled already.
Oh, so you didn't get another youth?
Yes.
Okay. You know, Governor, sorry, you know why we're asking this? Your table reads 0. When this committee will assess you, you will be given like in terms of youth, though you are taken lightly, they will say you are at 0. Because from the entire chief officers, ministers, you have not given a youth an opportunity. And you know, this what provoked this committee to see.
That's why we are here,
is
Chair.
because of the invasion of committees. Was it June 25th when they invaded Parliament? But you have completely isolated the youth.
We need to make progress. We need to make progress now.
There's something, Chair.
Chair,
Before you go there, let me refer to AGBO, which is very important.
Before you go there, Chair, there's a question I wanted to ask.
Yes.
There's a bill that you have been attached here under Annex 5A, that is the Nyamira County Persons with Disability Act. Don't you think this is a duplication of the role of the National Council of Persons Living with Disabilities? Because the bill is already existing. What was the modification that you made to this bill?
From the national.
Yeah, you have a bill that is the counting, the ones that you've attached here, that is Annex 5A. That is, the bill is the Nyamira County Persons with Disability Act 2023. Don't you think that this is a duplication because we already have the National Council for Persons Living with Disability bill? Or what are the modifications that you did to that?
I can allow the county attorney, because usually we use the national one, but this one is domesticated to.
Thank you. Where's the county attorney? Okay.
Thank you, Chair. We actually enacted this Nyamira County Person with the Disability Act for purposes of domesticating the national one, and of course streamlining the issues dealing with the disability, especially when you come with appropriation of funds. It may have not been possible for us to appropriate using the national legislation in terms of budgeting.
I have two senior lawyers here. I want to give to one of them if what the county attorney is saying really even makes sense. Either of you can.
From the attorney?
And can somebody, the lawyers we have here, can you please assist? We have even our lawyer here, so.
Council, I don't know why you decided to put yourself in that situation. When there is a law in place, like how you're being addressed, that there's a law already in existence, you don't domesticate. All you need to do is to apply the same law at the county level. It ends there.
Okay. So
the county attorney, Chair.
Excuse me.
So the county attorney is telling us that he has failed to comply with the national law, so he wants to make a county law.
That is a question for another day.
Okay, Chair, it's not that we have failed to comply with that one. We were only trying to streamline, especially like the creation of the board at the county level, so that it would be able to address more issues.
Let's not continue with this. Can we have the level to guide us on that? Because I want to believe for you to be able to give services to the people living with disability within the county, you must have gotten approvals from the National Living with Disabilities Council. Those are the ones that are giving the card. Unless you are telling us that in Nyamira County you have reinvented to an extent that you have your own. Can we take the legal guidance?
Oh, yes. Before you say something, I want to ask the lawyer there. What is the purpose? My good friend, you are a lawyer. Where you go wrong, have the humility to say this one I was wrong. The law that you have, the national law that you have, is enough to enable you to comply. You don't need to enact another law, local law. So what you need to render proper advice to governor that what governor needs to do is to comply with the law that is in place. Please.
Maybe senior you could probably understand where I was coming from. It's the sense that this issue that the department that intended initially to appropriate funds, which under regulation 197 of the Public Finance Management Act, county regulations, they actually the audit pointed out that you cannot appropriate funds without a registration which is anchoring that fund. They want to create a fund. And that's why there was a proposal that can we have a registration to have this anchored in that. But I'm well guided, senior, and I will probably look at that issue.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to, Senator Dominic. Now we have only 10 minutes.
Chair, I want to ask the governor, what is the establishment of Nyamira?
Yeah. Okay. You gave us.
We have already given 3,884.
It's okay. That question has been asked, and we've gotten the answer. Next question, or
Thank you,
Kamau?
Chair.
No, Kamau, not you. Senator Kamau.
I thought you were calling me, Chair.
Senator Kamau.
Chair, I thank you. Chair, I wanted to draw the attention of this committee to table 8. Table 8, page 8 of 10. Page 8, table 8. Okay, now the question is, on the issue of composition of CACs of the County Assembly of Nyamira, I wanted to know why you have employed all the CAC from one dominant community. 2, whether this staff establishment of the CAC members was approved or passed by the County Assembly of Nyamira.
Chairman,
That was asked, Chair.
do you have answered before?
You can. Yeah,
That's what we want, and it was approved by the County Assembly.
Governor, that one has been asked. So you are not in. So we'll.
Chair, I also had asked about the wage bill. I have.
No, let's have order, please. Yeah, for his benefit, you can just reply again.
Chairman, wage bill is 3.4 billion per annum.
So what Senator Kamau is asking is the same question that was asked by Betty. So we have the answers. We can communicate that to you. So if you have any other question, Senator Kamau, Senator Betty.
Chair, thank you. Allow me to refer the team to number 7. Where is the report for January-June 2024 to PPR?
Agbo. Yes, let's go to Agbo now. Madam, that's the question I wanted to ask also.
Yes.
Agbo is on which annex?
It's
Annex number
Annex
3.
three. Annex 3. That's Annexure 3, members.
Annexure 3, Chair. That is where I was asking the report for January to June.
So the report we have is from July to December 2023. And that report shows 11.83%, while we have allocated 30.42%. So do we have the report from January to June end? Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Governor.
with your permission, I can table the report from January to June.
Thank you very much. Can you pick that one? So the report is here. Someone is looking at it. So let us go to, Governor, let's go to this report of July. You've put 1 billion as your budget. Then you allocated 315 million for people living with disability and youth and women. But you achieved 11.83%, which is 122,800 million. So you are now at 11. The other one is at what percentage?
Perhaps can continue answering with your permission, Chairman.
Yes, fine. So this is a bit contradicting. I don't know if you are aware. Can you take us through your document? Because you are showing same numbers as 1 billion 38 million in both documents. Can you take us through, please, Madam?
Thank you, Chair. From the report of July to December 2023, the total of total procurement spent for the year, it's the amount of the procurement plan, the annual procurement plan. Figure D is the total procurement plan, and out of that total procurement plan, E is given as what we reserved, Your Honor, for the people living with disability, youth, and women. Within that particular period, Your Honorable Chair.
She is referring to which document?
Sorry?
Chair.
She is referring now to the documents they've just provided just now.
How do we interrogate it? We don't have copies.
Yes, do you have enough copies? Madam, can you take us through now? This is for January to June 2024. The other one is July 2020. So can you start with July to December 2023, and then?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. According to this tool that we given by Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, our first column is the D, which is the total procurement plan for the year. Yes. Then out of that, we have reserved 300 and
just say 315. Don't go to
315 for the preferred groups.
Yes.
That's the youth, women, and persons living with disability. F is giving us at a percentage of what we've reserved at. For that is 30.42%. And then she is giving us the number of contracts awarded during the 6-month reporting period. There were 30 firms which were awarded to the preferred groups. with a total amount of around 122 million. I
Is I.
Yeah, is giving us, that is the H, the amount, the value of the contracts awarded during that period over the total procurement spent for the year. That's the total procurement plan. And it's giving us a percentage of 11.85.
This one is for 6 months, right?
This for 6 months.
Okay, take us to the other one from January to June 2024.
Yeah, it is there.
Chair, are there other documents? Because this one we have.
No, there is one on the initial documents, which is on table on Annexure 3. Annexure 3. Annexure 3 on first page, second page, third page, fourth page. Annexure 3, fourth page.
Annexure 3, Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Even are distributed as a copies.
She's giving us now. So tell us now. You go through. It is there, these documents. Yes, Annexure 3. Annexure 3. We'll go to Annexure 3. Okay, Annexure 3, go page. Leave the first page, the second one, the third one, go to the fourth one. Fourth one, where is written reports of references and reservation schemes. You've seen it?
It is on the same page where I've asked the question. When we have report for January to June 2024.
That's what I'm telling you. We have now January and this one. Yeah. This one, what they gave us is from January to June 2024. This one.
Unless yours is different, sir. For me, the one I have is for 2023. July to December 2023.
That is in the book. Oh, then you are given a different one. Okay, fine. So let's do this because these documents are not admissible. Your Excellency?
Chairman, with respect,
yes.
I think there are two different documents because what I have is 15th of January 2024, which I think is the one you have shown.
Yes.
And what you have here is 13th of July 2023, which are talking about two different issues.
Different things.
Fine. Madam, don't stress yourself with this now.
Now, nominal.
You know, we have the PPR report. The governor,
you have it.
Excuse me. Can we have one meeting, please? Governor, before we call in any governor, we had a sitting with PPRA and NCIC. On PPRA, you've complied with the documents, but then we don't have that report in your folder. So what I will ask is we needed all the reports from July to December 2023, which I have here, and I have another document here, January to June 2024. I have all the documents with me, but my members don't have both documents. Sorry. Can you check, please, the documents you have there? Because the documents that was forwarded just now. Can I look at that?
And whether it has been automated.
Own source revenue has been automated. Going back to your question through the chair, when we look at all revenues put together, that's shareable revenue from the national government, own source revenue, and the conditional grants, ours is 47%. You may see in some documents of Auditor General, control of budgets, they have indicated at 55. But by the time we were closing the year, we had not received June disbursements. And also some conditional grants, we had not received part of them. So that's why we satisfied.
I think
So if the control of budget
ask further question, because he needs to bring some documents.
so that document can come also. So if the control of budget talks about 55 and you're talking of 47, already you've
we can give a
surpassed
document.
that.
We can give a document.
What the governor is saying is possible, because in some instances, when we were in Eldoret, we had similar issues, and I think I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Because yes,
can you roll that he also provide the payroll?
yes, we will need the payroll also. Do you have the county, the executive side?
Yes,
And,
we have. We have.
It's different payrolls or same one payroll? Where is the CEO of Finance? Okay, kindly please tell us. You have one payroll, or you can pick.
Thank you, Chair. All disbursements for payroll are done from the Department of Finance, but the operational, so the county executive has its own payroll and the county assembly has its own payroll.
Is it IPPD or what? How do you separate it?
We both run on IPPD. Yes.
Okay. So we'll have copies of both, right?
Both pledge.
Thank you very much. Members, now let's come to conclusion of the meeting today. I want to be very honest with the team which is here before us today. These documents are completely complicated. You cannot even follow the documents the way it is done. So I wanted the views of the committee on how to move forward on these documents. I want to give our minority leader.
Yeah, I want to beseech the committee that you need to give the governor support, adequate support, so that he is able now, when he's called to the come to this committee or any other committee, he is able to deliver and be very fluid in his response to questions. What I've noticed is the governor sometimes comes in to rescue you from your point, which doesn't seem very good. So I think you just have to pull up your socks, otherwise there's still more to be done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Senator Kamau.
Thank you very much. I want to echo the words of the minority leader that we have had a lot of governors before us, but county government of Nyamira has so far done very poorly in terms of presenting the documents, and I think something has to be done.
Okay. Thank you very much. Senator Beth.
Chair, I'm disappointed that the document could not give me the information we are looking for.
Okay, thank you.
So kindly go and work on your document.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for appearing before us. However, I want to encourage that your county secretary can sit with our secretariat, and then they can be guided on how to come up with a good document, acceptable.
Thank you very much, Madam Montet. Senator Lumine.
Chair.
Your view on the documents?
My view, the document, Chair, I think we expected smart and neat work from Nyamira, because from the titles, Chair, that we have had, doctors, yes, so many doctors, and even before that, we have the senior counsel, who is the senator, for and the way he always put us on toes. We expected Nyamira to perform so, but this committee, Chair, we are not here to embarrass anybody. This is a learning process. We come, we learn, we share experiences from even the other counties. The COG Chair was here before you, and he told us, she told us whatever great things we have done, and she deserved to be the chair of CHG because she did a lot with the little money the revenue she was given. So we expected a lot from you, but just put your house in order.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Madam. Yes, Madam Vice Chair.
Yeah, thank you very much, honorable colleagues, Your Excellency the Governor and the Honorable Senator, Commissioner Omogeni. I also want to register my dissatisfaction in terms of the recommendation that you've presented before this committee. This committee has been mandated by the minority and the majority to come up with this report. This is a report that is going to be compared with the 47 within the 47 counties, and I know the commissioner will not want to see his county being ranked the last because of just maybe the issue of documentation, which might not, which you might not have presented well, and yet maybe you have done some 1 to 3 things. There are a number of things that you're expecting to see from you, and that is why we are saying that you need to go back, redo your document. You can ask our staff to guide you, but I want to say that please, next time, put your things in order. Make sure that things that are being done, at least you can be able, it's somebody, a layman, can just read from it and understand what is happening within that particular county.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair. Senator Omogeni, you know, under 1 minute.
Yeah,
because you see what Senator Omogeni is saying. You have
first, you know,
you have a senator.
Don't create the wrong impression to the people of Nyamira that I don't prepare these documents. I don't work for the county government of Nyamira, but I share the concern of the honorable senators, and that's why I was earlier on telling my guy here, doctor, and my good friend the governor, that you know, when things are not working, we suffer collective shame. You have heard how many times my name has been cited. We don't feel nice. I came here at 11:30. I found Governor Waiguru here, and she was answering all questions. I didn't see her even turn ask, "Can you answer?" She was on top of things, responding to all questions. Governor, sit with your team, interrogate all the issues. Come here and make people of Nyamira proud. Respond to all issues. Do a nice document like the one you are showing for Makweni, and then we'll all be proud of you. I've seen, here I saw that Makweni, I don't know that it has 6 constituencies, I'm not wrong. The staff for Makweni is 3815, 3,815. And Mutula told this committee has frozen any employment so that he can channel money to development. But here you are telling us in 2024 alone, you have recruited close to 300 people. People in Nyamira need medicine, they need roads. Be fair to them. So I hope next time you come, Chairman, I plead that you give somebody from Secretariat to guide the people of Nyamira. The format that was adopted by Makweni, so that this should be the last time you are being told go back and put your documentation in order. So tunawatakia mema mkirudi, tengenezeni kazi mzuri, and please when you come next time, Dr. come with your chief executive, the secretary. This committee of cohesion want to see you guys working together, and if possible, come with your DG. Waiguru was here with the deputy governor, answering questions exchangeably. This department, DG will answer, this one I'll answer. That's the Kenya we want.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Omogeni.
Yeah, maybe before you close, we would ask His Excellency also to include any documents he has for empowering of women and the programs he has done for the youth.
Yeah, it is already, we have it, isn't it? You know, we don't want to be embarrassed again. It's better you list all the documents. He's going to document, he's going to do a letter, so that's not a big issue. Okay, thank you very much. Governor, I just, before...
Does the governor have anything to say?
No, wait.
Clear it up.
No. I just wanted to make something very clear first. You've seen the views of our committees here. And what I will ask you to do is we are going to give you the list of what we require on top of what we've already given you. And hopefully after 1 week, if that suits you. By the way, this is a committee which is very friendly to so many people who came before us, many governors, and they will tell you. And when we find this kind of a situation, we really feel sorry for you people. You came all the way from Nyamira, and documents are not done well. So I will ask you to liaise with our clerk here. He is going to assist you. We want some very good documents. You know, these documents, I will not call it bad document, but not put well, not documented well. But you've done almost 80% of what other people did, and the 20% we require, you are going to give us in the next 1 week. So if you have your final remarks, kindly please proceed.
Thank you, Chairman and the Senators. We appreciate your input. I think my people have also heard loud and clear. Going forward, it will be better, of course. And Senate,
Yes, Your Excellency.
don't visit Nyamira for funerals only. Come and advise us in the office because you had in the office. You enjoy our short force. You enjoy our short force in the funerals, and I think it's not honorable to go to funerals and talk on issues of the Senate. Thank you.
I will no, please, to respond. First, Governor, just a minute.
I'm giving you the response. I'm giving you time to respond.
I said, Governor, I've told you and I'll repeat. As your senator, you will never direct me, or now I interact with the people of Nyamira. If you want to be sitting in Nairobi, you enjoy your drink and eat meat, is fine. Me, I'm used to going to my people and telling them.
I think, Chairman, is out of order because he's always talking, I'm drinking in Nairobi West, and I left drinking about 10 years ago. I think it's out of order.
Chair, we are on national television, please. I love the drama.
I don't even read the
I think let the governor take the compliments from the members positively.
Yes,
we need to see you hyping up your game. You know, seeking excuses will not help you. What you need to do is bring documents that will enable this committee to give you good compliments. Otherwise, if you come here, you know, it's like it's like Adam in Eden saying everything is because
I've already acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
That will make you go back ready to work.
Senator Commissioner, yes. Now it's my turn. Let me take the floor. Governor, I like you because of one thing. Hitting direct like somebody from the north. That's not bad. Anyway, Governor, let me thank you and your entire team for coming before the Senate Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration. You've done well so far, so we don't want to condemn you wholesomely. What we are asking for is, we don't want you to be among the bottom 10. That is what we are trying to avoid, even because of his sake. And I will tell you so today, the counties in northern Kenya, where I come from, they've done very badly. But we even asked them to bring a few things they are supposed to bring, and we are going to call them again before this committee. You are not very, very badly off. But please kindly, with your team, I know you have a good team here, doctors and professionals. If you look at them, you'll know these people are good. But maybe because of the issues that you've had, maybe they were not even concentrating. So I want them to concentrate now. I'll give you 1 week if that is okay with you and your team. If you have any issues, please. If you want 2 weeks, just tell us. If you want, but I'll ask for 1 week to provide the documents. We want to have the documents in the next 1 week, if that is okay with you. If you want more, the governor, you can request for
1 week is okay, Chairman.
Sorry?
1 week is okay because we have the documents in the offices. It's not that we are going to prepare.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm sure we'll be ready to come and present a good document.
Let me, now, you know, you are interfering now. And that is not right. Yes, so Governor, I really like you because of the way you talk. So what I would request now, 1 week, give us the documents, we'll look at the documents. If we need somebody to explain, we'll ask you to come and explain your document. And what you've just said here, the both of you, is now behind us. You don't need to discuss that issue again. And I really congratulate you for the last 10 years. You stopped. That is good. Yeah, yeah. So there are women. One of them, I don't know. We have a CEO there. Do you have a CEO woman there? Yes. If you have anything to say, you know, we don't want to leave you here without speaking. You don't leave this place without saying something.